Just because everyone is running doesn't mean you have to join the race. Once you realize your true worth, you naturally lose interest in anyone who fails to see it. Sometimes life withholds what you desire, not to punish you, but because you deserve something far greater. Walk away from people in silence. Not out of anger, not with bitterness, but with peace in your heart. Some chapters end not because you failed, but because your soul is ready for something your mind hasn't yet imagined. The past cannot be rewritten, forgotten, or erased. It can only be accepted. Stop clinging to illusions of what could have been, because that is what prevents you from seeing what can still be. Life becomes lighter the moment you stop trying to prove your goodness to others. Be kind because it is who you are, not because you want the world's approval. Kindness without validation is the highest strength. Sometimes your heart takes longer than your mind to accept the truth. Healing is not about becoming who you were before. It is about letting go of what broke you and rising as someone stronger than you ever imagined. People from your past will remember a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. Don't waste your time trying to explain your growth to them. You don't owe anyone the old version of yourself. Worry and regret change nothing. Yesterday has already let go of you, and tomorrow is yet to arrive. Don't let the sadness of your past and the fear of your future steal the happiness of your present moment. You don't need someone who leaves only to return. You deserve someone who never leaves in the first place. Love should be consistent, not conditional. Your peace is too expensive to waste on arguments with those committed to misunderstanding you. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence and the courage to walk away without answers. The fact that you are still kind after all you've endured is proof of your strength. Pain may have shaped you, but it did not harden you. That is a victory worth cherishing. True strength is not in pretending the weight isn't heavy, but in carrying it with grace anyway. Appearances can deceive. The quietest souls often endure the loudest battles. Some pages in your story will not include people you thought would stay forever. Turning the page is hard, but the book of your life must go on, and new chapters are waiting to surprise you. You don't need to control every event that happens to you, but you can always control how you rise from them. Problems don't define you, your response does. Healing isn't linear. Sometimes you'll miss people you don't want back. Sometimes you'll feel pain even when you've moved on. That's okay. Healing is about progress, not perfection. Life lessons repeat themselves until you finally understand them. If you keep carrying old bricks, you'll keep building the same broken house. Let go, and allow yourself to create something new. Never let the weight of what you are avoiding hold you back. The things you run from don't disappear. They wait until you're ready to face them. Freedom begins the moment you stop hiding from your truth. Sometimes the hardest place to be is inside your own mind. That's why you must spend more time with people who remind you of your worth, not with thoughts that convince you of your weakness. Don't rush your journey. You're not late, you're not early. You are exactly where you need to be. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak has been preparing you for what is still to come. The past is a lesson, not a prison sentence. Regret won't rewrite it, and fear won't secure your future. Only acceptance will free you to shape your present. Some people treat you poorly not because of who you are, but because of how little they value themselves. Don't take their behavior as a reflection of your worth. Holding on can sometimes cause more damage than letting go. Release the illusion that things could have turned out differently. It blocks you from seeing the beauty of what's possible now. You may not control all the events in life, but you can always decide whether they reduce you or refine you. Strength isn't about avoiding pain, it's about rising above it. Stop giving so much of yourself to those who wouldn't do the same for you. Love freely, but protect your energy. Not everyone is worthy of the light you bring. You don't need the approval of the crowd to know your value. True peace begins the moment you decide your worth is not a group decision. The kindest people often carry the heaviest stories. Don't mistake someone's smile for the absence of struggle. It may be the very thing keeping them alive. Sometimes walking away without answers is the only way to find peace. Closure doesn't always come from others. It comes from choosing yourself. Happiness isn't the absence of problems. It's the courage to face them without letting them define you. Just because someone once knew you doesn't mean they know who you are today. Growth changes people, and you owe no apology for evolving. True healing is not about becoming who you used to be. It's about creating someone stronger than you've ever been. The story of your life is still being written. Don't stop turning the pages just because one chapter hurt you. Just because there's a race doesn't mean you must run. Life isn't about keeping up with everyone. It's about discovering your own pace and walking it with dignity. The moment you discover your worth, you stop chasing people who don't see it. Love doesn't demand that you shrink yourself to fit. It celebrates you for who you are. Sometimes the universe withholds what you want, not to punish you, but because it knows you are worthy of far better than you are willing to settle for. Walk away with grace, not anger. The most powerful goodbye is one that doesn't carry bitterness, just peace in your heart and the wisdom to know your value. Healing isn't about erasing the past. It's about letting it teach you, shape you, and strengthen you into someone who can carry new blessings without breaking. Your heart will always need more time than your mind to accept the truth. Don't rush your healing. Let your soul catch up with the wisdom your mind already holds. The past cannot be changed, but it can be accepted. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It means choosing peace over pain and freedom over chains. Life becomes lighter when you stop proving yourself to people who only see what they want. Be kind, be real, but never waste your light trying to brighten those who refuse to open their eyes. Sometimes your pain lingers, not because you're weak, but because it's the last link to what you loved and lost. The hardest part of healing is loosening your grip on what once felt like home. Not everyone from your past deserves access to your present. They may know a version of you that doesn't exist anymore, and that's okay. Growth means outgrowing. Worrying about yesterday or fearing tomorrow robs you of today. Happiness lives in the present, and it's yours the moment you stop rehearsing regrets and predicting fears. The kindest people are often the strongest ones, because it takes great courage to keep loving after life has shown you reasons to stop. Holding on can sometimes destroy you faster than letting go. When something keeps breaking you, release it, no matter how tightly you once held on. Everything you desire already exists in the world. It's just waiting for you to align with it. Stop chasing. Start becoming the version of yourself who attracts it. Love should be steady, not seasonal. You don't deserve someone who leaves and returns when convenient. You deserve someone who never leaves in the first place. Don't waste energy arguing with people who have already decided not to understand you. Protect your peace. It's worth more than being right. The truth is, Sometimes your story continues without the people you thought would stay. Turning the page is painful, but without it, the book of your life cannot unfold. True strength isn't in pretending you're unbothered, but in carrying heavy burdens with quiet resilience. Some of the strongest souls suffer silently, yet still rise beautifully. If it won't matter in 5 years, it doesn't deserve more than 5 minutes of your peace today. Don't trade your present joy for temporary storms. Healing isn't becoming who you were before. It's becoming who you were always meant to be after life showed you how strong you could be.